Hi, I'm Emily Hargrove and welcome back to Prime. We have a very special show here today. We are joined with Susan Schwartz, the CEO of Equest, Patrick Bricker, to talk a little bit more about Equest therapeutic horsemanship. Hi Patrick, thank you for joining us.
Good morning, thank you for having us.
So tell me, what drew you to this very special program?
Well, in short speak, Equest uses horses to help people. And so we have several different programs. We have therapeutic horsemanship, which is sports riding. We have hippotherapy. We have a veterans program called Hooves for Hero. We have a vaulting program, and we have a driving program, which in essence is when it allows somebody in a wheelchair to be up on I call it a cart, and with the instructors beside them, they get to enjoy the benefits of therapeutic horsemanship. And then we have an exciting new program, which is what we call our ambassador program, with some special mini ambassadors.
And we actually have our very special mini ambassador, or one of them at least, here today. So let's bring on Sugar with Amy Causey, the program director of Equest, and Brittany. These are look, hi Sugar, hi sweet thing. So this is one of your mini ambassadors.
Yes, it is.
And she's got a brother.
Yes, Tex.
And so now tell us a little bit about the benefits of having a mini ambassador.
Well, the great thing about them is they're smaller, so we can take them places a lot easier. We are, training them to go inside, so they could visit people that maybe can't come out to the facility to see them. So that's the main thing, is having them smaller. And a lot of times people aren't as intimidated by a smaller horse than they might be of a large horse.
She is just adorable. So what is your hope for the mini ambassadors? You take them out into the community and you've taken them already to schools?
Yes, ma'am, and we'd like to maybe visit hospitals and nursing homes, maybe to help terminally ill children to see them, and individuals that really can't get away from their residence to be exposed to the horses and get to appreciate them like we do.
Oh, I mean, she's just gorgeous. And you are the program director of Equest.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you're responsible for, well, really for implementing everything that Patrick has just talked about.
Correct, yeah. I'm responsible for all the programs and keeping track of all the instructors and what they're teaching.
And hippotherapy, tell us a little bit, because in the first segment, I talked with Susan about the gait of the horse and how Equest all began. And so tell us a little bit, while we have the horse here, how hippotherapy, how children really benefit from hippotherapy in terms of the physical attributes.
Well, the movement of the horse, the way the horse's pelvis moves, is the same as a human. So if there's an individual that is learning to walk or physically can't walk, they sit on that horse and their body makes the movements and that muscle memory starts. And we've seen a lot of people take their first steps because they've been able to sit on stride horseback.
That's amazing. And couldn't babies or little children go on?
We actually don't use them for the riding program, but they are both able to sit on, but of course small people have to ride them.
Yes, very itty bitty people.
Yeah.
And now I know that you're looking to get naming for naming rights for the horses, and so if there's anybody out there that wants to own these two horses, so to speak, then they have that ability.
They not only get to name the two real horses that we have, but we have these little stuffed mini therapy horses, which actually long after the minis leave for the day after their visit, these get left behind, and these are incredible little horses because they have different textures and they make a sound. And yes, they both make a sound. The horses, what happens is a lot of times with children with socialization issues, they have difficulty maybe relating to human beings, but because of the horse, it doesn't judge you. And so they have the opportunity to learn to communicate with the horse, and it's so important. So you can see one way in which the horse expresses itself is through its ears.
Right.
And so these little stuffed mini therapy horses have wire in their ears, so you can express when a horse is not feeling comfortable.
Look at that.
And it also has a little fall in the middle so that it actually gives therapy to somebody.
Oh, that's great. So you will combine the two together, the stuffed horses and the mini horses, to have for
They'll have the name on the tag here and the logo, and we will be distributing these to the children and everybody that we visit, and we'll also be hoping to retail these to raise money for the Equest therapeutic horsemanship
That's
program.
wonderful.
One of the benefits of hippotherapy is that it's fun. They do a lot of the same activities and exercises on horseback that they might do in a clinical situation, but at Equest it's fun.
Yes.
And they're much more willing to exert the energy because it's fun. And parents see a lot more progress because their kids are more willing to participate because they're having fun.
That I can imagine. It's well, and it looks at who cannot have fun when you're around horses.
Yes.
And Brittany, you're the equine coordinator for Equest. So are you responsible for all? Is it 30 horses that you have?
We have quite a few. Yeah, actually, I don't know how many we have in the barn right now because we're bringing in horses and retiring some at the time. But absolutely, yeah, it's my job to find horses that are suitable for the program, and then when they're done working for the program, to find them a suitable retirement home where they can go and retire.
And you've just set up a new relationship with the Doris Day Ranch that's east of Dallas.
Correct.
And that is and they take in horses and rehabilitate them and then get them out into the community.
Absolutely.
So that's, and that brings me on to something that we want to talk about, which is Texas Horse Park. Something that could be very exciting for Equest for the future.
It allows us to help a lot of people who otherwise don't have an opportunity to be exposed to horses and all the benefits they can provide.
And then there could be a possibility that other groups will be able to come together in the Texas Horse Park. And
well, you mentioned Doris Day, and the horse that we adopted from Doris Day is named Daisy, as in please don't eat the daisies. And it takes a really special horse to be a part of our program. They have to be what we call bomb-proof. And so they have to be well-trained, they have to have the right gait, they have to be healthy, they have to have the right disposition, all of those things that come together for the safety of our riders.
Yes.
And so when we went to Doris Day and we located Daisy and we brought her back, we were just so thrilled that this horse that had been actually recovered from a rescue and then trained could work at Equest. And they have others too that may not ever find their way into an Equest-like program that would be great horses for somebody to ride. And so it fulfills the circle.
It does,
horses
doesn't
helping
it?
people, people helping horses.
Yes.
yeah, I mean, that's just wonderful always round. I mean, what you all do is utterly incredible. It really is. It not only brings hope for, I mean, I know the mission is Human Horses Hope. It not only brings hope for the riders, but everybody that's involved with Equest, it touches on them and it makes their lives better.
It's as therapeutic for our volunteers as it is for our riders. And a lot of our volunteers have been there for years and years and years because they become attached to the riders and the horses, and it fulfills a lot of their dreams that they may have had wanting horses growing up and not being able to have them as an adult.
Yeah, well, and volunteers, they're a huge cornerstone of what you do.
We couldn't have our program without volunteers.
How many volunteers do you have
on
the
average,
books?
we have about 400 to 450 a week come through the program.
Wow, that's huge. And so but you're always looking for volunteers.
It's amazing, and you know, we're not that easily accessible too. So these people have to go through a lot of effort to come out there. They're very dedicated, and as you said, we could not do what we do without them.
And they don't have to have horse knowledge to come. Amy does an amazing orientation that teaches the volunteers how to help, and so you don't have to be a horse person in order to volunteer.
But you will learn how to be a horse person in a short period of time.
Yes.
So tell me about Hooves for Heroes, because that's a new program that you've set up in the last year, and with the news that PTSD is everywhere, and everybody is so much more aware of it now than what they were. So tell me about that program, because
Hooves for Heroes is Equest's program to help veterans, and the challenge with helping veterans is that, number one, there's a stigma attached a lot of times to seeking out help.
Right.
And two, there are issues with being able to actually locate the veterans, and so because of the privacy issues that the armed forces have. So it really becomes a marketing challenge to try and reach out to people and say, here's something that you can try that might impact your life and help you to overcome your challenges, and it's worth trying. And so we are unique at Equest in that we actually help the entire family. And so if there's somebody in your family that is experiencing an issue, then it affects the whole family. So with Hooves for Heroes, we bring the family out and we serve up the horse in a different variety of ways. So we have the small courses here and then the larger courses, and so whether it's the father or mother and the children are enjoying playing with the horse, it's an environment where they want to come out. It relaxes them. They can enjoy the horse, whether it's riding the horse, grooming the horse, the different things, and that sets the tone for having conversations that can be beneficial. And that's really as far as I would take it, because that's really what it's about. It's just a different atmosphere and a different setting that allows you to comfortably explore things and be the person you want to be again.
Absolutely. And as we just said, that it's therapy for everybody.
It is. And horses are very bonding. So we have had groups come out of parents, mothers, daughters, parents who have had difficulty bonding with their children. And we've used the horses in the past to help promote bonding between families.
Wow. There are so many things that you all do. It's just wonderful. So tell me, for children or adults that want to be a part of Equest and they want to, but they worry that they haven't got the financial assistance for it, there is funding that's available, and tell us just a little bit about that.
Correct. Well, when Susan started Equest, her stated goal was that she would turn nobody away for any reason whatsoever regarding financial. And so we've continued on with our program, with our scholarship program, and we cover up to 80% of the cost. And so we have an evaluation process, and they fill out the applications, and that's what we need money for. Our expenses, we cover 80% of the expense to operate Equest.
Wow.
So we have to make up that difference.
Right.
And that allows us to help people, and so that's what we're in business for.
So anybody, so always looking for donations, always looking for volunteers.
Yes.
So anybody that's interested, please, please, please get in contact.
There are a lot of ways to get involved with Equest, and our goal is to fulfill our mission. It does take money to do that, but it takes volunteers, it takes people with expertise who are willing to give their time on the board or in other ways. You can go to our website to learn more about us. That's equest.org, and it'll tell you how you can get involved. And if you do wish to adopt a horse, which basically takes care of the care and feeding of the horse, you don't bring a horse home with you, although you might like to. And that allows the riders to ride it, or there are any number of different ways. And all of it's appreciated and recognized. We're in the thank you business, and we're in the business of helping people.
Well, thank you all for being here. Brittany, Amy, Sugar, Patrick, Susan, thank you.
Thank you.
Join us all next time on Prime TV, and follow us on Prime TV, Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.